Hello everyone, so welcome back to another video, and guess what I got? Oh my lord. See, it was my birthday recently and this is what I wanted, so my brother and my sister-in-law helped me get these guys. They bought one for me, so they got the Freddy for me, and then I got Bonnie. So they helped me order both of them. I really wanted these because I've been I am an OG FNAF fan. And I just really love these two characters in general, and to have them on such a bigger scale now is freaking iconic. So yeah, there's a look at them. It's like I don't want to take them out because of how. And I got these from Amazon, so we ordered them from Amazon. And they're really huge, like for scale. There's like a Barbie. This is what I'm getting ready to customize. I'm gonna reroute her. But yeah. And Bonnie is actually crouching, so yeah, these guys are ginormous. Like, actually, here's the shipping box that they came in. And I thought their boxes were actually this big. But no. Like, they actually got a box that was, a similar, well, basically the same size as them. So yeah, instead of them being instead of their boxes being that size, they are actually, the boxes are actually more or less the same size of the one they came in. So they're pretty ginormous. And the thing I hated about the original figures, dolls, whatever you want to call them, was that they were falling apart constantly. Like, they had these ball joints and the arms and legs and everything would constantly pop out of the sockets, and it was like you couldn't even touch them, otherwise they'd pop apart. So these ones, it looks like there's actual hinged joints. People were complaining that they weren't metallic. That would have been cool if they had actually used metallic plastic for their joints as the animatronic endoskeleton sort of situation. But I'm just glad that we're going to have them on a bigger scale and they're going to be more durable. They also complained about the top teeth, because apparently the original characters, like from the first game, don't have top teeth, but I like the fact that they have the top ones. It just seems a bit awkward for there to be no teeth on the top. I don't know, the design, in my opinion, seemed kind of lazy to just do bottom teeth and no top ones. So now they have a full set. So yeah. I mean, there are things that are inaccurate, but I don't care. To have these guys in the scale, like this ginormous scale, is amazing. And I mean, looking at them, you can obviously tell who they are. They don't look like bootlegs or anything, so. And then there's Bonnie's guitar. It's not the original one. For copyright reasons, they had to change the design to the guitar, I guess. So, but this new one's cool. It's pretty rad. So yeah, I'm gonna get them out and show you guys a closer look at them. I guess we gotta look at the boxes first. So we got FNAF 2. They use this picture in a lot of FNAF merch and stuff like that. The awesome glitched out logo. And posable joints. Freddy by Funko. See, I was waiting on GameStop to get these in. Apparently, I'd heard that they were going to get them in, but it's probably going to take them forever, at least the one in my area. So, I wanted to do that so I could hand pick them, so I didn't get one with wonky eyes or anything, because since I'm mainly a doll collector, one of the common problems, like with Barbies and even Rainbow High dolls and such, they can come out with wonky eyes, especially if you can't hand pick them. But these ones are nice. They didn't stamp the eyes on like super janky or anything. At least mine didn't come that way. But yeah, that's one reason I don't like ordering online, is because you can't actually see what you're getting unless it's eBay. But if even on eBay you have like a stock picture sometimes, and you can't actually see what you're getting. It's just a picture that the company made. So, but no, they look great. The only thing I would say, which is not even that big of a deal, is I guess this eye is kind of looking that way, and this one's straight ahead, but it's very, 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 very slight. And then with Bonnie, this eye is kind of looking up, and this one's looking more straight ahead, so... But whatever. You could always repaint their eyes if you wanted to with acrylic. And yeah, Bonnie's eyes are the wrong color they're supposed to be. I do have a blanket here. So, here we go. So I have this FNAF blanket. So his eyes are supposed to be like a crimson color. Like that. So I have this huge blanket. Yeah, that's the color his eyes are supposed to be, and that's what his teeth are supposed to look like. So they're supposed to be like little nubs. They kind of look like those Dots candy, like the shape. But yeah. I mean, I will admit, he does look pretty adorable without the top teeth. But, you know, I'm okay if he has them. To me, it's an extra detail. Like, they could have not added teeth, but they did. So that's something extra that I like. So yeah, the box is like, it's got this side that's opened over here, and then this side that has the picture. Nice big picture. I'm definitely keeping these boxes to put them, I'll probably put them back in when I'm not doing anything with them, so they don't get messed up or anything. And then the back has the really nice picture of both of them. And people were mentioning this, collect them all. That could just be a generic statement, that because you see that in a lot of like action figure or doll packaging, is it's like collect them all. It's like the popular slogan that they say, or the classic phrase that they'll print on stuff. But a lot of people were saying this probably signifies that they're going to make more, which that would be awesome to have more characters of this scale. So yeah, the only thing I don't like is the low resolution picture in the back. You can see how pixelated it kind of is, but whatever. But yeah, classic Office FNAF 1 image. Okay, so for real, this time I'm going to get these guys out and give you guys a closer look. So I'm actually going to show what the inside of the box looks like. So let's look in here. A lot of people have said or mentioned that you got the mangle. Oh, that is such a cool detail. And then you have the light up top, and then you have the background of the FNAF 2 office in there, which is super awesome. You can mainly just see my reflection, but yeah, super cool. And this is basically what you're dealing with when you open them. So they've got these little plastic ties that you have to cut right there. Bonnie had one up around his ears, and he had one strapping the guitar in, but it looks like with Freddy, there's no, he doesn't have rabbit ears, so they're not gonna put a strap there, and this is too small, like, so they didn't need to do that. And then there's this twisty tie, which a lot of like 80s, 90s, 2000s Barbies had, and probably other things, so you just have to untwist that. Yeah, when I opened them, I was like, it's like a mixture of cardboard and spray paint, which I always picture these guys in some abandoned amusement park or something, and that's a common thing you see in, like with urban exploration videos and such. There will be like graffiti everywhere and, you know, the smell of spray paint, so it kind of goes with the whole vibe. So I'm gonna get him out and be right back. And so here they are. These handsome boys are out of their boxes, and they are just freaking amazing. Just wow. So yeah, they're I will mention that the joints are going to need to be warmed up. But yeah, they can actually move their arms up and down, forward and backward, or forward and backwards, like kind of that classic motion. They can bend at the elbows, they can swivel, they can actually swivel their feet, they bend at the knees. And the cool thing is they can actually sit down, so and it was a little bit of an ordeal to get their accessory, get them to hold on to it. But yeah, with Bonnie, you just work at it a little bit, and you can get him to hold the guitar. And Freddy actually comes with a flexible, like, vinyl, like his microphone is like a flexible vinyl, so his hands can maintain the original shape, but also hold his microphone. If you wanted to, you could like boil some water and you could like reshape his hand so that he wouldn't be squeezing it. That's always an option because his hand is his hands aren't made of like that sort of plastic. They're more of a flexible, like if you heat them up. So, and the same with the microphone. If you have it like this too long, but you want to, because that is going to leave marks on the microphone over time, but you just throw that in some boiling water and the vinyl should reshape on the microphone. So if you want to display the microphone separately, that is always an option. The vinyl will reshape itself with boiling water. So yeah. And another cool thing is the originals, like, you know, the original ones, their head was just a solid piece, but actually now, well, not only do they have more neck rotation, but guess what? They actually have a jaw that moves. So they can open and close. Like, you can make them talk or sing or whatever you want them to do. And these guys are super durable too. Like, they're not, as I was moving their joints, they weren't popping apart. And yeah, I do have the Barbie here. And still, they're like way tall, especially with Bonnie with his ears. But like from the top of her head to his, like there's a major, like he towers over her. So yeah. So there's that size comparison. And then I have 2 original Funkos. So I have Nightmare Bonnie and Funtime Freddy. Which, could we please get a Funtime Freddy in this size? Like, please. My life would be complete. Also Nightmare Bonnie as well, but yeah, there is the size comparison. They are freaking ginormous. Like, this is all I could have ever wanted. Like, I liked these, but now they're so much bigger. They're so much more like travel size. Like, you could carry them around with you. They're not so tiny that they're gonna get lost. So yeah. And, you know, like I said, the original problem you would have with the original ones is their limbs would pop off. Now this one took me a lot more, like a little bit more force, but the original ones, like all you would have to do is just tap them and their limbs would come off. So with these ones, you can pull and pull and pull on those limbs. They're not coming off. They're not going nowhere. But yeah, aside from the one thing that the original ones couldn't do is they couldn't actually sit. But check this out. Wow, bam. They can actually sit down now. Wha-bam. Look at that. So you take an original one, and that's about as far as they go. So I'm going to get his arm put back on, so I will be right back momentarily. So he got his arm back on, and even with him, I had to keep this elastic on, which is turning yellow over time because I've had him for so long. But yeah, even with him, I had to keep an elastic around to keep the microphone. So while he is squeezing the ever-loving daylights out of that microphone, at least he can hold on to it. And like, you can tap it and it's not falling out. And like I said, if you want to reshape it, just boil some water and dunk it in there for like a few seconds and it will reshape. So that's how you do that. But yeah, they actually can both sit. I'm not sure if you can tell. See, Nightmare Bonnie, like the way his pelvic area was sculpted, he can actually kind of, but they actually went the extra mile with these. And they actually carved out a much more like intense. So you look at that, how that's carved out, and then you look at this, which is just literally like straight lines like that. So that's why a lot of these can't sit, because you have to have this carved out for the thigh to fit into there like that, so that this doesn't get in the way. And there we have that. Yeah, sometimes you will get them with a loose, like his jaw is kind of loose a little bit. One thing I noticed was like on the inside, can you see that? That is actually the endoskeleton teeth that you would actually see. That is insane, like, amount of detail. Like, they could have painted them silver, they didn't, but the fact that they're there to begin with is insane. So yeah. And just get a close-up of that face. Oh my lord. Yeah, you could repaint the eyes if you wanted to. Just with some simple acrylics, because it is just a black iris, and like it's just 2 dots. They used a bigger dot for the blue, and then they put a black dot on the inside. But you could like get acrylics and put like a white dot for a highlight, like what Funtime Freddy has here. He's got the white highlight in his eye to give him more expression. Or you could just completely repaint the eyes if you wanted to and make them super detailed. But yeah, that's his handsome mug. And they are heavy too. They got lots of weight to them. They're not no brittle, cheap piece of plastic that's going to blow away with the wind. No. They are super sturdy. And Bonnie here, I'll give you a close-up of him. So yeah, people were mentioning that they did actually use the same sculpt. So yeah. But it's whatever. You can still tell who he is, and I think it adds a little bit more detail for him to have some sort of definition to his chin area. I think that's kind of makes him look interesting. Yeah, again, his eyes are the wrong color. They're supposed to be like a crimson red, but again, you can always repaint those. Which I might actually do. I don't know. Haven't decided yet. But yeah. There's a close-up of this handsome boy. You just want to, like, boop. And the squishy muzzle. It's so squishy. So, yeah. And, of course, he can do the same thing. He can actually sit down as well. So there you have it. That is them. I'm trying to get him to stand back up. And he does have a little cottontail. So yeah. And look at that crazy neck rotation. That is really nice. So. There they are. These big old boys. So yeah, anyhow, that is my review over these guys. Highly recommend them. If you can, I got these in a bundle on Amazon, so they were both together for like $75. So for my birthday, my brother and my sister-in-law paid for one, and then I got the other one, so I got them both in a bundle on Amazon. So check it out. I'd highly recommend them. They are amazing. And yeah, so thank you guys for watching. More videos to come, and remember to stay true to you.